Hello everybody, my name is Andrew. Today we're going to be damaging all the boss fights in Spongebob Truth or Square. And starting off with, we have the Yellow Bot. Yeah, very originally named. Very original name. Okay, so the strategy for this is when he does the hammer attack, you do the heavy attack, rinse, repeat. There really isn't much to say about this game, so let's start off by explaining why I haven't done one of these in a while. So, first of all, I haven't found a suitable game up until now to do all bosses for. And even then, this one's kind of a joke video because of how easy the boss fights in this game are. Except for the final two, which are a bit annoying, to say the least. But, anyways, that first boss was done. Now we have the Patrick boss fight, which is actually a really good fight, even though this game's a bit glitchy. So the thing you have to do is, if I remember right, he has to crash into something, and then you grab the, what's his name? Strongman ability. Wait, never mind, he doesn't have to crash, you just have to avoid his attacks. Sorry for not remembering right. And then he, like, occasionally drops some hazards on the fucking stage and enemies pop out and you have to take care of the enemies as well as the boss, which kind of gets hectic at times. So like everything up until the final phase is very easy. Also, let me talk about something in this game. The camera. You're not able to control it as freely as you might think. So, considering that this game was released only on the PlayStation Portable, or the PSP as many of you call it, it has a very weird camera system where you have to use the triggers. Yeah, the triggers. Or at least like the right bumper, the right trigger. You have to hold it and then use the D-pad to control the camera. Or the joystick if I don't remember. It's been like 3 months since I played this game. That should tell you everything. I'm very late at recording this video, mostly because life is a bit busy. And, I mean, schoolwork is just already a whole boatload of work, but that's another fucking story, if you know what I mean. Anyways, okay, so about this game. This game is actually a scrapped PlayStation 2 port. Or at least, it was planned to release on the PlayStation 2 as well, but the PSP version got finished, or at least in a very unfinished state, and the game was in like... They made the game in such a short time. It's the same with the console version. It was made in such a short time that like 2 cut stages are basically absent in the main game, but are in the PlayStation Portable version. Although the boss fights are like, or at least like the boss fight roster is mostly the same, with a few differences. Mostly being the final fight here is a lot harder compared to the Wii, PlayStation 3, and Xbox versions, which are a lot more fair. Like, honestly, this game, like, it was a lot of fun at 100%, because I kind of just love just playing licensed games and then 100%ing them, you know? They have this certain charm to them, although they can be buggy and such. I plan on doing some more SpongeBob games if people are actually interested in this sort of stuff, or at least there's like a demand for it. I mean, if there is, I'm all for it because I kind of love these games. I fuck with them, you know? What else is there to talk about this game? I sadly wasn't able to use the normal default outfit as I made these videos whilst realizing whilst I was not wearing the default outfit. Instead, I'm wearing the Barnacle Boy outfit, like the Barnacle Man costume for SpongeBob, you know, like the guy. And that's Patrick, I guess. So I basically forgot to change the costume, and that's why we're using the alternate costume. Okay, so we have the Tenderizer Bot. You basically just avoid his attacks, and then when he does a double slam, you attack him with the heavy. Like, the boss patterns for this game at least, are very easy. Like, there really isn't much to think about. And also, don't just dodge away at his attacks, like me. it just prolongs the fight. So what you have to do is, whilst you're dodging, you at least try and stop for a second so you can do the double slam attack. There we go. Sorry, my throat's a bit runny, or whatever you might call it. It's a bit dry. I haven't drank water yet. I have to drink some water after recording this, honestly, because my throat's getting really dry. Also, I'm sorry that this video is a bit short, like the Deadpool video. But let me tell you this game was a lot more fun than Deadpool. Except for one occasion, which is the final boss. Which was very tough, honestly. And I'll get to that when we get to the final part of the video. And next up, I think we have the Squidward Bot. And the Squidward Bot is mostly easy. So all you have to do is... fuck, I burped. All you have to do is avoid his clarinet attacks, get the strongman thingy, get on the bubblegum thingy, and then do a punch-out type minigame where you attack after he opens his block. It's like Simon Says, but for a 5-year-old, or at least like a 0-year-old or 2-month-old monkey. And then he does like a spin attack, and then you jump and avoid it. It's a bit hard to avoid if you don't time it right, but it's very simple. It's a fun, simple boss fight with a neat gimmick. Also, you're going to see that bubblegum thing a lot in the stages, so you better get used to how it controls. So, the way it controls is by that you change its movement through the D-pad, which is not the most, what's its name? Most, logical placement of buttons. I think you can also do it with the analog stick too, but I may be wrong. I haven't played this on the PSP. I used the PSP emulator and the PlayStation 4 controller, as always. But this bubblegum ball thingamajig is a bit hard to control and a bit hard to get a hang of. So you better get used to it, because if you don't, you're gonna get fucked real good, I'm telling you that. Okay, so I want to talk about school. School's getting a bit tiresome, mostly because of how my finals are coming near. Around the time I'm guessing this is releasing, it's gonna be 3 or 2 months till my finals. So there's that. And when I release this, I might take a break. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's a Squidward Bot. That was mostly easy. Now it's Demento Bot. This one's a bit of a tough one. This one's a tough cake. Mostly because you can actually get hit while trying to attack it. And another thing is that this one becomes a normal enemy after this fight. And appears in some cases. Especially in the final battle. This guy is in the final battle. Like, can you believe that? This guy appears in the final battle, along with another boss, along with like the first boss, the one that does like a hammer attack, not the double-handed attack, but like the one where he headbutts the ground and shit. That also appears, and like you have to fight him in like a really tight space, which is annoying. And we'll get to it when we have the chance, but like this game is very hit or miss in the boss department. Despite like being easy, it's very hard to get through some of them. Okay, so here's the boss rush. First of all, I would like to say that I wasn't able to do this in one take, mostly because of you have to defeat a stage before every single boss, and it's just one giant stage, and me doing the entire stage would be basically impossible, considering how like the odds are against you in this game. So I decided to just do them as extra boss fights. I normally wouldn't plan on adding them, but I decided to add them anyways. Aside from that, this is just like the same as the first boss fight. You just dodge, do like a hammer attack. The usual. It's simple as hell. Also, thanks to the hitboxes, I missed that hit there. What else can I talk about? Let me think. Let me think. I was originally going to plan on doing the X-Men game, as you know, but before even that, I was actually planning on doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind or GeoGeo's Bizarre Adventure Benta Oreo. But I had a change of plans, which led to me instead doing this game. And actually, wait, no. Instead of doing GeoGeo, I originally planned on doing X-Men Origins Wolverine. But then I realized a few of the boss fights are impossible to no damage because of hit scanning enemies. So instead I decided to search for another game, and whilst looking for games to 100%, I found this one on the PlayStation Portable or PSP or whatever. You know what I mean. I'm saying PlayStation Portable so I can extend the runtime of my dialogue. Because I don't want to just sit idly and, you know, just stay silent for like fucking 10 seconds. As I said, I was originally going to plan on doing that game, but considering some of the enemies that hit scan, I decided not to, and I found this game, and I decided to do this instead. Okay, so the story... Okay, let's talk about the story of this game. It's nothing much, it's just Spongebob reliving past memories, and then, like, Plankton comes around, fucks shit up, or at least that's what I think it was. Anyways, here's the final boss. That was the boss rush stuff ending. That ended that fast. And let me tell you this was the hardest part of the video. Like, no joke. Like, the first phase is easy as hell. Like, a few goons drop. And then you just beat them up. Parkour. And then there's a section that I will explain in a few, okay? You just jump around. Jump. And then when you reach the bubblegum. So what you want to do is face yourself backwards and just keep on shooting backward. You will have iframes. I don't know how I found this, but I just did. Just fuck with me. Also, wait for the glove to do its attack then. Or at least, like, wait for a second to avoid that attack easily, and then hit him. And then you get dropped into this area, and then you have to defeat 3 generators and the enemies, but the enemies are optional. You can actually avoid each and every single enemy in this encounter, but the catch is that if you avoid them, the next time you go inside his brain, you will have to fight them there, which makes things annoying. Also, the reason I didn't attack him directly is because of a glitch. A glitch where one of the enemies on the top stairs can actually fall on you. And if you defeat him in this early phase, you don't have to face him again in the second. So, and then here it comes one of the worst parts of this. Oh wait, never mind, it's not yet. It's apparently the final phase. Okay, so you just hit the fellas. And then, like, these spinning fellas are very annoying in this tight area, which makes things very claustrophobic, allowing you to get hit easily. But if you take your distance and try to avoid their attacks, you'll be fine. And then you have to use the bubblegum glitch thingy, iframe thingy again, and then you'll be able to easily clear the second phase of the thing. Just time the things, just time the bubblegum launch thing as the punch. You'll find the rhythm to it, and when you get used to it, it'll be a lot easier. And then the second phase is starting. You destroy the 3 generators again. There are some enemies. So the problem here is that I kind of was a wuss, and I was afraid of getting damaged. Especially the guy with the mace. Sometimes you can get hit easily by him. So try and bait him into doing an attack, and you'll be fine. Also, these spinning guys can be very, very tough in here. So I would recommend doing a jump attack and then just spamming square. And after destroying the 3 generators, you'll head on to the heart and just quickly disable that as well. And here's the third and final one. Oh boy, this one's a bit of a doozy. Okay, so you know how I said that the first boss appears? Okay, so in the final phase, the first battle you have to do, or at least like the battle that you have to do in the middle of parkouring is this guy. And holy fucking shit, this thing was so annoying to fight against, I cannot tell you. I went crazy. But eventually I found a tactic where if you get near to him, you'll basically just easily initiate an hammer attack. Like, it's very easy and baitable. You'll eventually find a rhythm and timing to it, so it's not that hard to pull off, but at first it can be hard. So, like, the parkour in here is very hard too. Or at least, like, very challenging because you have to go through... Also, this was all in one take, just so you know. I did the boss fight in one take, which is why it was probably so hard. So, you reach the bubblegum phase again, and you just ride the bubblegum and do the same thing as last time. Time the punches, avoid the shot, and time the punches. And then, boom, there you go. You're gonna go into his mouth again. Like, as I said, wait a few seconds in the bubblegum phase, and then you'll just go inside his mouth. And you're gonna go into his final generator phase, which is a bit annoying. Actually, wait, bit is an understatement. You remember how I said that the final boss, or at least like had another one of the bosses, like had the fourth mini boss, or at least like the third? I think it was the third. Yes, it was the third. The third mini boss actually appears here again, which is why this was a bit of a painful. And this is where the camera comes in. This arena is so fucking annoying to the point where you can't even like properly control the camera. It's nauseatingly bad because you have to hold the trigger, use the D-pad, and then start moving. And like, I'm afraid to fucking get near this guy because if I do, he's gonna start shooting me. So I basically just start running away like a crazy madman, hoping he doesn't hit me. And in the meantime, after I do that attack, I actually was able to take care of Plankton easily. And thank God I was able to no damage it. And from what I know, I might be the only person on planet Earth to have no damage this game fully. I may be wrong. I have seen a video where it says no damage, which is where I got my strategies from. But the thing is that the guy actually takes damage in some areas, so there's that. Anyways, this was after, and you just watched me no damage all the boss fights in SpongeBob's Truth or Square. I'm recording this again because I just realized that I said the game's name wrong in the video multiple times, and I just want you to know I'm sorry. But still, anyways, thank you for watching. Take care. See y'all. Bye.